Coming up, Ice Cube and Clyde Drexler will be here for the Big 3 draft lottery. We will reveal who has the first pick in next week's draft. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Former UCLA coach Jim Mora turned heads last week when he said the Browns should draft Sam Darnold ahead of his former quarterback Josh Rosen because Darnold's blue-collar attitude would be a good fit in Cleveland. This weekend, Mora clarified his stance by saying Rosen was still the best quarterback in the draft, but teams need to work with him. Mora added, quote, he needs to be challenged intellectually so he doesn't get bored. He's a millennial. He wants to know why. Millennials, once they know why, they're good. Josh has a lot of interest in life. If you can hold his concentration level and focus only on football for a few years, he will set the world on fire. He has so much ability, and he's really a good kid. Shannon, what does this tell you about Rosen?
Skip, I don't know how I should take this. I don't know if he's trying to compliment him or he's trying to like, guys, you need to be buyer beware.
Good question.
Because he's like, okay, he's a millennial, and he needs to be challenged intellectually. Well, all great players want to be challenged. Skip, I wanted my position coach, I wanted my offensive coordinator to challenge me. I needed to know that they knew more than I did. Because if they didn't, why the hell are you trying to coach me? I'm trying to get the best I possibly can. And if I know more than you, you can't help me. Meetings get boring. See, I'm not so sure. Now, the first year it's going to be easy to keep his attention because it's a new offense. When he's at UCLA and he's heard the verbiage for a while, and I've told you before, Skip, the most important thing to me, the most impressive trait for Tom Brady, hearing the same verbiage for 18 years and still get up and want to hear it again.
He does.
That's what drives a lot of people away. Think about Brett Favre. Brett Favre didn't want no part of training camps. He didn't want no part of OTAs.
No.
I just want to show him play the game because he got tired of the meeting, the monotony of it. Skip, you want to be challenged. You want to ask questions. You don't think Peyton Manning, you don't think Tom Brady, even Josh McDaniels said, you must challenge Tom Brady because if you don't, you're going to lose it. I don't really see. I like that. I like that my quarterback, that players, great players, players that want to be great, they want to know why. Skip, I needed to know why. Can we do this a better way? Who's the offensive coordinator for a bulk of my career? Is there a better way that we can do this? What if I go to 10? Why do we have to do it like this? I needed to know. And he said, well, this is why we're doing it like this, because we need you to hold the front side so Rod can do this on the back side. Okay, I'm good.
So you were a millennial before?
Yeah, I asked a bunch of questions. And I needed to know the answers. If you have no answer, you and I are going to have problems. But that was the thing, Skip. I'm trying to get the best. And what most great coaches can do, they can push players further than they think the player can go, and they can get him to do things that he don't think he can do. Now, I'm going to push myself. I was a guy, Skip, I'm trying to get butter from a duck. Now, you know butter don't come from duck, but I was trying to get it anyway. So I'm going to push myself. But I needed a coach to push me a little further. And it seems to me that's what Josh Rosen wants to do. And he's talking about, well, he has other things. How did that TB12 come to be? Tom Brady didn't wait till he was done with the league to start that TB12, did he? So obviously, I believe you can do two things. Now, the most important thing, which I believe will be with this young man, I don't know him, Skip, but he knows what it takes to be great. And what it takes to be great is discipline. And the really good quarterbacks, they have that. But I don't have a problem with him challenging a coach and wanting to know things intellectually because that's the coach's job.
Okay. So this reminded me of the 1980s when I was covering the Dallas Cowboys, coached by the legendary Tom Landry. And the big knock of those teams as Rome began to fall in Dallas was that the kids are asking why. They're asking Coach Landry why. He doesn't want anybody to ask why it's his way or the highway. So, you know, they're just generations on generations of all the kids always ask why, but that doesn't mean you can or can't play football if you're asking why. It just depends at this position. Do you love football? Are you obsessed with football? Because I got to tell you, I've never known a star quarterback who, at least during the football season and when it's time to be at the mini camps, wasn't obsessed with football.
You got to be obsessed.
Obsessed with at this position especially. Maybe some other position you could get away with it, but not this one. So now we've heard Jimmy Mora, who obviously is his father was a very good coach for a long time in this league, so he gets the history of this. But we've heard him issue what I would consider backhanded compliments to his young quarterback, right?
Well, one of them wasn't a compliment when he said Cleveland should take Sam Darnold.
Well, yeah, but he tried to talk his way out of that one by saying, what I mean is it's a blue-collar town and Sam's the blue-collar quarterback. So Josh wouldn't fit in Cleveland the way Sam did. Is that a positive, negative?
No.
Okay.
Negative.
It's just a negative, right? So the sum of all these quotes is, I think the more Jimmy speaks, the more it hurts Josh's draft stock. And this is just me. I've told you from the start, I don't love Josh Rosen. So I'm good with what Jimmy Moore is saying about his now UCLA quarterback, because what I was told is they never really got along. And I asked Jim, I'm the toughest kid. That's just me.
Here's the problem that I have, Skip, is that I remember back in 1988, and a scout came in there, Bill Davis, our head coach at the time, and the scout didn't know who I was. He said, well, Bill, tell me about this Shark kid. And my coach said, hell, you ain't going to believe anything I say. Go watch the tape.
Thank you.
See, when he says something good, oh, that's just a coach speaking positive. But if he says something negative, okay, we got to be careful. You heard what he said.
That's the ultimate answer. That's what you should say.
So what are we doing? If Jim Moore Jr. says, go watch the tape, well, that's not enough. If he says, oh, man, he's good. He's tough mentally, physically. He loves the game of football. Oh, that's his head coach. What's he supposed to say?
Yeah.
Now he says this. Everybody's trying to parse his word. My thing is, if he's challenging the coach, okay, coach, I need to know why. Why are we doing this in this situation? You know, I was a situational guy because I needed to, I'm trying to get the best out of me also. But I needed to time up with John. And if it didn't jive with John Elway, my quarterback, we sat side by side. So I'm asking him, what do you think about this? I'm writing it down. So I just raised my head. Well, what about if we ran this at 10?
Yep.
What if we did this at 12?
Okay.
Okay, why am I doing this? Let me run an out instead of an in? He's like, let us think about it. We'll get back to you tomorrow.
But they're not trying to keep you interested.
No.
You're just trying to get better.
Right. And I think that's the thing. Well, and that's the thing with him. I hope, Skip, that's what it is with him. Because this game right here, now, you can't play it half the way. Now, you get your block knocked off.
Yep.
Because these guys trying to feed wives and kids and try to pay mortgages.
That is correct.
This ain't no books. This ain't no books and no mess hall.
No.
So they play for keeps. This big boy football here, you get hurt. You either all in or you all out in football, especially at that position. And the guys will figure you out real quick. See, you can fool a lot of people at a lot of different positions.
Yep.
But at the quarterback position,
you
Skip,
can't.
No.
Now we have the flip side. We have the Cleveland Browns with the 1st and 4th overall picks in this draft, and they say they're going to bring in all 4 of these top-rated quarterbacks in a row and have another session after they've already had other sessions with them face-to-face. And I'm back to what you just said. The tape doesn't lie. How many times can you sit down with Sam Darnold? Because trust me, he's such a great kid. If you sit with him long enough, your heart will tell you he's going to be great. Let's take Sam Darnold. But what does the tape tell you? He was a turnover machine. So I'm just saying, you've got to separate yourself from the kid. Now, in Baker Mayfield's case, you got to know, you got to try to figure out, is he real or not real?
Well, here's the thing, though, Skip, and I get it. Cleveland has been wrong in this situation, Skip, since 1999. So basically 2 decades, they've gotten this position wrong. Skip, they can't miss anymore.
Okay, but you can't suffer paralysis by analysis where you just keep interviewing and watching until you finally just go blind.
But that's what I do.
Okay.
One of my favorite restaurants up in Indy called Country Kitchen. I asked the lady, she owns the place. I said, what's good? She said, the neck bone. Said Shannon, the neck bone was real good. I said, what about, and the catfish is good, and the wings are good. I said, well, bring me 4 of your best dishes.
Oh.
And your best side mac and cheese. Ooh, that mac, oh, joy. Oh, that old lemonade, big old thing of lemonade.
So see, you corrupted your palate with all those tastes, and you couldn't enjoy any of it.
Yeah, I enjoy
Just
it.
pick one.
Hey, in that lemonade, Joe, you can see the sugar at the bottom of it. Oh, and that cake, Skip. Oh, bam!
Wait, you're about to get upstaged.
What happened?
You're about to get upstaged by the big one. He's here.
Up next, Ice Cube and Clyde Drexler are here live.
Here we go.
We'll talk about the big 3, LeBron, Jordan, Lonzo, and more coming up.
How you doing? The Raiders ain't gonna do nothing. You already know.